In this video, we will create our new Flutter app for the hamburger apps. Let's start by going inside the home file, and then I will go inside my Android project. Right here, I will create my new Flutter project. I will open my terminal and I will cd, so I will go inside my Android project file. So this one right here. You can also create your new Flutter project by going inside Android Studio and click on the files and create new Flutter project. But I will create it inside my terminal. So I will cd my Android Studio project, and then inside I will write Flutter create Flutter app hamburger. Perfect. And I will press enter. This will create my application like if we did it on Android Studio. So I will close this. I will close this one as well. So you just have to remember where you save your new app. Then we will open Visual Studio Code. Perfect. What we will need to do next is open the new Flutter project that we have just created. So for me, it is inside Android Studio project, and it is the Flutter app hamburger. I will press on open. Okay, next step. Now what we will do, first of all, I will just zoom in. I will start the application on the cell phone, so on the iPhone. I will go inside library, main, and then I will click on run without debugging. Perfect. So this will run right here. After, as you can see, the text is a little bit small, so we will just zoom inside, and this is way better. What is on the left bottom is what we will create next. So we delete each line inside the main. We just keep 1 to 5, and then we start writing our code. We will write the stateless widget, so this one with the white square. And if you don't have this suggestion, you can go inside extension and download the awesome Flutter snippet. Let's go back. Okay, inside the main, I will just move that. Next, we will need to change the class name to be my app, like the one inside the line 4, run app my app. Perfect. Now we can delete the key, and we will start writing our code to have the empty white screen. We start with the material app. Okay. If we go see, we have an error and we have the banner on the top as well. So we will need to remove both of them. First, we will add a home argument, and in this home argument, we will add a class hamburger. So hamburger like this. But we will need to create this class as well. So we write state full widget this time. We select this one, the last one with the white square. And now we can create hamburger class, just like that. We remove the key, and then we will replace the container with a scaffold widget. And we select this one. That's perfect. Now we have the white screen, but we have the little banner on the top. We will need to remove this one for sure. Okay, so it is inside the material app. So each time I say format document, I will right click, and it's the same as I right click and I click on format document. So just to let you know, and we add the debug size checked banner, and we will say false because we don't have this banner. We don't want to have this banner. Here we go. So we have our white screen. Next step is to have the green app bar on the top. So how are we going to do that? First, we will go inside the scaffold. And inside this one, we will start by adding a custom, we need to add the argument body first. So this one. And we write the custom scroll view. Like this. Okay. Next, inside we can add Sliver, and the Sliver have a list of something. This something will be the Sliver app bar. Here we go. Now I will format document. So every time I say format document, it's because I will click on my keyboard the shortcut. So that's why I would want to let you know. So I will format document right now. Perfect. And format document again. Okay, so inside the Sliver app bar, we will need the title. This title will have a widget called text, and this text have a string inside, and we will call the name of the app deliver me. Okay, next step that we will need to do. So as you can see, we have the blue bar on the top on our application. We should have the text written on the app bar, but as you can see, sometimes Flutter and my Macintosh have some trouble. So so we don't see it right now, but you should have the title on your app bar for you. Okay, let's move on. I'm sure this will solve, the problem will solve later. Okay, so I will add a leading, and this leading will be an icon button. So I select this one, and the icon will be an icon widget, and the icon widget will take inside icons.menu. So we add the menu. Next step is the onPressed. We will add an empty function. So nothing inside, nothing will trigger when we click on the button. And that's it. So on your screen, you should see it as well, but because my Flutter and my Macintosh, as you can see, we have the dart.html right here on the top. I will remove that. Sometime my Mac add this line and I don't know why, but I just remove it because I don't want it. I don't need it. And this was the problem. Perfect. Next step, we add the action argument. And inside the action argument, we have a list of something. This something will be the icon button. And we have the argument icon that have the widget icon. And inside we say to Flutter which widget we want. So icons.shopping cart. Here we go. And next we need to change the onPressed by an empty function. So nothing will trigger when we click on this icon button. Here we go. So if we go back, we should have our app bar perfectly like that. Next thing that we need to do is to change the app bar color. How are we going to do that? We will control every color of the app bar with the material app. So inside, we have something called the theme. And this is an argument that have a widget called the theme data. And this will let us control everything, pretty much everything on our application. So the colors, the size of the text, and things like that. So the one that we will use will be the app bar argument, app bar theme. But as you can see, we have as well the bottom app bar color. We have the bottom app bar theme. And we could use those one as well when we will build the bottom app bar. But we will use the app bar theme now with a widget that is called the same name as app bar theme. Inside we will add the color with colors.teal, and we should have the teal color. Next we will add as well the center title, and we will say this argument will be through. On iPhone, the title is normally on the center, but for iOS user, you will see that the title will be on the middle now. Next step will be to add a green container under the app bar with rounded corner. So to do that, we will need to create a new page. And this new page will be called the header. So we will build the green container with rounded corner inside the header, and then we will call the header from the main. Let's go inside the library, lib, and create the header.dart. Here we go. First thing first, we will need to add the import of the material app. As you can see on the top, we have both files, so the header and the main, so you know on which one I am right now. So after the import, we add the stateful widget, so stateful W, and then we will write header, because this will be the name of our class. We can remove the key, just like that. And then we will need to start coding our green container. So we will remove that, and we will call this return. So the build of the header will be a sliver list. And inside we have an argument delegate that have the sliver child list delegate. Here we go. And this sliver child list delegate take a list of something. And this something we will start, so as you can see right here, it is a list of something. And we will add this for sure. So next step will be to add the column. So you add a column just like that. And we will put the comma to format document. Here we go. Inside the column, we will add the argument children. So the children will be something that we can add multiple widgets inside. And the first widget that we will add will be the container. So we add the container, and then inside we can add the height of this container. So we will use the height of the application, so of the height of the screen. So how can we find the height of the screen and the width of the screen? We can use something called the media query. So first we will say that this is a size, and we will call the argument size equal to media query. So every time we will call size, we will be able to say even size of height or size of width. So this is why we use the size variable. Then, so we will write the media query. So let's write that. And we will take the one without, like that, this one. Here we go. Now dot of context. And after we say dot size. Here we go. We put the semicolon at the end. And now we have access of the size of the screen of our application, of our phone instead. So we use size dot height. Here we go. And we put the comma, format document. And next, what we will need to do, we will add the color of this container, and the color will be colors.teal. So we don't see the container right now because we have not added it into the main, and this is what we will do right now. So we will import the header file. So as you can see, those are on the same level, so we can just say import and header.dart. Header.dart. Here we go. Now we can access the header file, and we will add it right after the Sliver app bar. So we will write header, just like that, and then we should see a green screen everywhere. But we don't want to be green everywhere. We just want like the 1/5. So we will say size height divided by 5, by example. And let's see what this gives us. So if we divide by 5, now this is way better. Next step will be to put the rounded counter. How to add that? So inside this container, we will add something called the decoration. This decoration will take a widget called the box decoration, and we select this one. As soon as we put the box decoration, we should have an error. And this error is because we cannot put colors and decoration in the same level. We need to put color inside box decoration. And here we go. We're good to go. Next step will be to create an argument called border radius and the border radius dot vertical. This is because we can separate the top from the bottom. And we will use the bottom argument because we want to change the bottom. And we will say radius.circular, and we will use something like 45 to make it round. And we will pretty much use 45 everywhere when we put counter like that. Here we go. We have created what we want. The next step we want is to put a shadow under this bar. And to add the shadow, we will use the box shape. Here we go. So the box shadow argument have a list of box shadow widget. So we have the box shadow widget, and inside we can add an offset of, for now we will say 0, 0. So we'll say widget offset, the dx will be 0, the y will be 0 as well. And then we add another widget, so I will put the comma just to format the document after. Okay, we will add as well the blur radius of 2. So if we go in the app, as you can see, we have a little shadow under our app. If we put, by example, the offset of 5, as you can see, we have this move by 5 of the offset. But we will not use the offset. It was just to show you how to use it. Perfect. So like that, we have a little shadow, and it's pretty nice. As you can see, when we scroll up, the menu, so the title is disappearing. And we want to keep the title fixed. So how are we going to do that? By searching inside the main file. So in the main file, we will go in the Sliver app bar. And in the Sliver app bar, we will add an argument that is called pinned. And this pinned argument gives us the possibility of fixed the app bar even when we scroll. So this is a Boolean, and we will say through. So as soon as we go scroll up, the app bar stay there. That is very nice. Next step will be to add an icon, so a white circle, and this white circle will be the profile picture on the further video. How are we going to add this circle? Is by going inside the header file, and in the container, we will add a child. And this child will be a column. And this column will have children inside. As you can see, my Mac removed the bracket automatically, so I just re-put it. And inside this children argument, we have multiple widgets. The first one will be the row widget. Inside the row widget, we have an argument called the children, and this children have a list of things. The first thing will be the circle avatar with the argument background color and the widget. So what is the color? Will be the colors dot white 70. Here we go. So we put the comma and we format document. So as you can see, this circle is a little too close to the app bar. So we will make a little spacing between the circle and the app bar. To do so, we will add over the row a sized box widget. This sized box is pretty much nothing, but we can add a height or a width. For this one, we will add a height of 20. And this will move down our circle, white circle. Here we go. Next step will be to add maybe a padding, so a little space between the left and the circle of the screen. So let's add a padding right here inside this container. And the padding will have a widget called the edge insect dot symmetric. And inside we have the horizontal, and we will put 15 in this argument. So as you can see, this has moved. Then last step to do will be inside the circle avatar, and will be to change the size of this circle with the radius argument. We will put it at 35. If we go see our application, we have everything we needed, something that is scrollable with the profile picture that we will add on further video. So that's it for this one, and see you on the next video.